What's up, everybody? I'm Daniella Bruce here with a Locked On Now Insider Report. Joining me is MLB insider Gordon Beckham. Gordon, thank you for joining me. We have a lot to talk about today. We're going to kick things off with the Red Sox Astros. The ALCS is set. Game 1 on Friday. We've talked a lot about the Red Sox and their journey to this point. What has impressed you about the Astros and their journey to get here?
Yeah, the Astros have just been doing it pretty much all year. I mean, they started off a little slow, and then all of a sudden, middle of the summer, they just picked it up, and they haven't looked back since. They're really good. Obviously, they've got good pitching. They've got younger guys that are pitching. It seems like, and they also have a really potent offense. So they're a deadly combination. I really thought the White Sox were going to handle their business in that series, but the Astros have just shown that they're a better team. They played them really well in the regular season, and then handled them in the postseason. So going in, they've got to have a lot of confidence the way that they're playing. So I think that they're trending in the right direction. They are going to be tough to beat.
Their offense was absolutely on fire today, and we know the Astros were accused of stealing signs at home, but does putting up 10 runs in their closeout game kind of eliminate that conversation?
Yeah, I think so. I think that there's always going to be things said that might not be full truth or exactly what people are thinking in the clubhouse. But I mean, when people are having good at bats at home and then they're not on the road, you have to like question that a little bit. But then when they come out there and score 10 runs a day, I mean, there's nothing that the White Sox or anybody can say. This is a good team. It doesn't really matter. If they score 10 at home, 10 on the road. I've just noticed that they're a really good hitting team. They put up really good at bats. They're competitive. They don't give in. And when you have that kind of lineup, it's just really difficult to beat these guys. They're veterans. They have great at bats, and just the way they go about their business is impressive.
Gordon, we've talked about the importance of momentum, especially in postseason baseball. The Red Sox had some of that, but now they've had a few days off, and they're going to have a couple more before Friday's game. Is this something that is going to help or hurt the Sox?
I don't think it's going to help, but I do think that both teams are trending in the right direction. So you've got two teams that are very confident in what they're doing, and the Red Sox have looked good. I mean, they beat a team that won over 100 games in a 5-game series, and they didn't even take it to the 5th game. So, I mean, they look really good. They have momentum. Anytime you have, postseason baseball at Fenway Park, it's electric there. You know that they have that kind of awesome, Boston mentality coming to the park every night. So they're trending in the right direction. They got to go to Houston and handle the boys down there before they can get back to Fenway. But it's going to be an impressive and exciting series. I'm super excited about watching this group.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting series, and we've talked about the Astros offense already. One of the best offenses in Major League Baseball this season. How are the Red Sox going to pitch against the Astros to have a successful series?
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit, but I mean, biggest thing is like being able to hit your spots and throw your off speed for strikes. When you can do that, which the Astros pitchers have very good off speed. I mean, McCullers threw today, looked really good as he always has. But these guys, if they can throw their off speed for strikes, it really puts pressure on the offense to make good decisions. And when you have nasty stuff, it's hard to make good decisions when it's happening that like in the split second. So I think that the Red Sox pitchers just have to attack in the zone, but have to attack with off speed and be able to like add and subtract with that off speed, strike to ball, making sure that they're not leaving stuff in the middle of the plate, because Astros have just shown that if you leave stuff in the middle of the plate, they are going to hit it hard. And they showed that in the White Sox series. So got to hit your spots. That's the name of the game in the big leagues, but especially in the playoffs.
The Red Sox have been a great story this postseason, Gordon. It's been so fun to follow them, but now they face a 7-game series against the Astros. Just how much harder is it to hide your flaws in a 7-game series?
Yeah, everything kind of comes back to the surface when you play 7 games, because it's generally shows who is the better team. Obviously, people can get hot, but at the same time, 7 games. If you make a couple mistakes here, you've got a little more time to like make up for that, as opposed to a 5-game series, because you can really get behind the 8 ball. But I think the Red Sox have got a real fighting chance in this series. I mean, they played in the AL East, which had 4 teams that were vying for playoff spots. So they were in it all year, and they kind of came out of the fire, and they still are riding that momentum from the 2 wins against the Yankees and then the Rays. So they're going to be a tough team to beat. It's like I said, it's going to be a really fun series to watch.
Yeah, it is. And I hear some positive things that you're saying about both of these teams. So make your pick right now. Who's winning the series?
God, I haven't even thought about it, so I'm just going to go what I think. I think the Astros look too good. They have the pitching. The pitching looked really good for them, but their at bats are just really really good. Their whole lineup from top to bottom is having great at bats, and the Red Sox are too. But I think the Astros are going to win. I think they're going to win in 5 or 6 games. I'll give myself a little leeway.
All right, there you have it, everybody. MLB insider Gordon Beckham is picking the Astros in this one, and we will definitely be tuned in to this series as it moves forward. From insider analysis to local experts, check out your local Locked On podcast for more. Locked On, your team every day.